Okay, I guess I'm a little lost on this. So someone actually was fined for wearing, I mean, I can understand, honestly, when someone in a full burqa gets on my airplane, I'm not gonna lie, Jennifer, and say that I don't get a little bit nervous. It's true. But on a beach, in a burkini, they're fining people for that? How is this gonna help the terror problem in France?
It's really not going to help the terror problem. And, one of the things that our sources have said from France is that, people came out and said that the whole reason that this bikini battle thing started was because there was a small section of the beach in France where three Muslim men and a woman in an actual full burqa were swimming in the water. And the men wanted to cut it off from other French citizens who were wearing normal bikinis and two pieces. They wanted to cut it off because they didn't want that kind on their beach. And so that sparked the locals in the village to have some kind of clashes. And the government really just thought this would be safest to just ban it in full. But really, it isn't going to help. You're completely right.
Okay, so are they putting in other programs in France that might actually get at the heart of the problem? For example, maybe keeping track of what's going on in mosques, other sorts of advances, because they really do have obviously a very distinct problem in France that doesn't seem to exist as badly, at least. At least the terror hasn't happened in other parts of the country quite as badly, a part of the world, as it has in France.
And you're completely right, because I think that that's one of the things that not just France, but we're also struggling with as well. We're so concerned about these quote unquote made up terms like Islamophobia and all these other things that instead of investigating the mosques that are spouting extremist rhetoric and ideologies, we're trying to do things that seem a little bit more simple, like just banning a burkini. Oh, we don't want this on the beaches. It's not Islamophobic. It's not anything else. We just don't want that because it leads to fights. And so that way they think they'll be able to stay above the reproach of, oh no, we're not targeting religion. We don't want to do that. And when in reality, you're exactly right. It's a lot of these mosques that are either spouting extremist rhetoric or things like that, or at least being able to let your investigative and intelligence forces actually find the problem where it's stationed rather than just going after clothing.